Hello, YouTube. Well, for some reason, my GoPro decided it didn't want to power up this morning, so I'm back on the iPhone. I'll get that sorted later. But I've been working on my truck here the last few days. I've got it pretty much back together again. I haven't started it yet, but down there is the master cylinder for the clutch. It's all hooked up, bled out, and it seems to be working really well. I wasn't too fussy about getting it tucked there against the frame because I knew with the 6-cylinder I would have acres and acres of room here. If I had a V8, I'm pretty sure I could get it tucked in there a little better against the frame and still work. But I've got the ZF5 installed in there, and I'll post a few pictures here that I took of the process. But what I did, I picked it up with my rolling hoist here and moved it into the engine bay, set it down, and then I picked the front end of the transmission up with the hoist, and the back end I just wrapped a chain around it and put a wrecking bar across the top of the transmission tunnel and kind of shinnied it back into place. I decided to install it that way because I don't have a lift and I don't have a floor jack, and the days of me crawling underneath the vehicle and bench pressing a transmission up into place are long past. I did end up having to bend the firewall a little bit back there. I'll show you that when I go into the cab. Other than that, it fit pretty well. The only issue I had, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there, there's a kind of a little aluminum ear that sticks off the transmission. That would have interfered. I just took my Sawzall and cut about a 1/2 inch off that ear, and it seemed to work. Yeah, of course, on these two-wheel drives, there's a cross member down there that goes between where the radius arms bolt on the back. I'm not sure how much that would have interfered if you were bringing the transmission up from the bottom. I suspect it might have been a little bit of an issue, but I really don't know that for sure. We'll go inside here. Get a little light on the subject. You can see right here I had to bend the metal there on the firewall up a little bit to get the transmission tower to clear. It wasn't too bad. The only other interference I had to make a little bit of a notch right here. I think you might have been able to trim that a little bit on the transmission, but that's not what I decided to do. I've got the top of the transmission tunnel here. Really, all I had to do so far to make it fit is move the hole for the shift tower back a little bit. Then I had to make a bump out here to clear that tab. But I'm not done yet. I need to, well, here, I'll put it in place here. There, it's in place. But what I need to do now, I need to build a little bit of a tower here. I have a stock shifting boot for the ZF5, but too much of the tower sticks up here. I need to build this up. I'll weld a little angle iron on that and make kind of a housing for that. Looks like I might have to move my electric trailer brake controller there for shifter clearance, but otherwise I think it'll be fine. So in general, the ZF5 swap into this 6-cylinder 2-wheel drive dent side, pretty easy. I think anybody that can change a clutch could probably do this. I haven't started the rebuilt engine yet. I'm going to do the first startup pretty soon here, and I'll probably video that. This is of course, these old engines with the hydraulic flat tappet camshafts. This has a new camshaft and new lifters, so the first thing I do when I start it up, I'm going to do the break-in procedure for the camshaft that they recommend. I've got put in some of this camshaft break-in additive into the oil. I'll start it up and run it at about 2,000 RPM for about 20 minutes. I'm not too concerned because this isn't a super big camshaft. It's just a RV type cam with the stock valve springs. So I think that'll work out okay. So I'll do a little more preparations here, and we'll fire this thing up for the first time after it's rebuilt. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way this runs. I ran it about 15 minutes because for some reason my temperature gauge isn't working right now, so I didn't want to overdo it. I'll have to look into that. But I can't take it out for a test drive yet because I don't have my drive shaft back. This has a 2-piece drive shaft. The front piece needed to be shortened 2 7/8 inches for this ZF5, and the drivetrain shop where I took it to just called me this morning and said it's done, but I'm not going to get up there to pick it up until next week. But that's okay. I still need to put the new ring and pinion in this thing so I can stay busy doing that the next couple of days. See if I remember how to set up a 9-inch Ford center section. I've done quite a few of them, but not recently. So coming along pretty well. I'll have to get the hood is in the old garage. I'll have to get that out. And for the transmission tunnel, earlier this afternoon I whipped this up out of a bunch of scrap angle iron that I had laying around. So this will go on there now like that, and then my shifter boot will sit on top of that, and everything should be copacetic. So next week we should be able to take this thing out for a test drive, and I will bring you along for that. Hopefully my GoPro will be back in action for that, but we'll see what's going on with that thing. But in any event, until then, everyone out there have a good day.